Hey, what's up, everybody? We are back, and thanks to the wonderful people at the New Orleans Talk Network, your girl is from behind the table. I am not behind the table anymore, and I'm so excited. So we are going to get this started, and it's really going to be a party. So I have two awesome guests. If you were on my live a little earlier, you already know who they are. And we're just going to get started and have some fun tonight. So just go ahead and kick back, turn up the sound on your computers, get ready to type some questions and some comments, and let's enjoy this episode of Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. I am your hostess with the mostest, Miss Rhonda. Let me rephrase that. Dr. Rhonda M Lawson. I have to get used to saying that now because I do have the doctor in front of my name now, so I have to get used to saying that. But this is Dr. Rhonda M Lawson, your hostess with the mostest. And tonight, as I said, we have two awesome guests, and we're going to go ahead and get started with the mama chef herself, Miss Diana Riley. How are you today?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I mean, I'm just so excited because I'm from behind the table and I'm just ready to do some great things and really get into this interview. How you doing?
Yay, I'm excited. Let's go.
Yeah, okay. Everybody's not excited as I am because y'all don't understand what it was like to be behind the table. So now I can actually feel like I can just reach out and touch everybody. But we're going to go ahead and get started. I met Miss Diana about a year ago when she first took part in the first Black History Month New Orleans Literary Weekend. And I'm so excited because she's coming back to do our second annual Black History Month New Orleans Literary Weekend. And I think this year is actually going to be bigger and better than ever. But it's not so much about that right now. I really want to talk about Diana because ever since I've met her, she's been doing some awesome things. She's been winning contests. She's been invited around the country to cook and to speak at veterans events. And she's been a part of these book club meetings. I mean, and she was at Essence. I mean, you're just doing so much.
Yes. Now that you say that, I didn't realize, all the things that I have done on this author journey. But yeah, it's been a lot. It's been great. It's been wonderful experience. I loved every part of it.
So let's talk about this, though. I mean, has this just been a crazy year for you, or have you been on this journey for a while? What's been going on?
Okay, so it this year has been a very blessed year for me. There has been lots of opportunities that have come my way, so I have been blessed to just go and do things that I never imagined that I would do as an author, such as being a featured author with the Essence Literary Takeover event with your company. Also being featured as an author in the Essence bookstore. I even went to Washington, D.C. at the National Congressional Black Caucus
Yes, I
Foundation.
forgot
And
about that when you did that too.
yes, yes, I was a featured author at their bookstore in D.C. So it's been amazing. I cooking demos, and I never imagined that I would do cooking demos as part of my cookbook, which is amazing because I love it. I always felt like I'm gonna be a cookbook author, so why not give the readers and the cookbook lovers something a new experience, something different, something I
Yes.
have never experienced as myself being a cookbook lover and collecting cookbooks. I've never been to a demo of any of the cookbook authors that I have on my shelf. So I just thought it was a great opportunity to extend that to my readers to actually be able to see a recipe from a cookbook come alive
Yes.
right in front of your eyes from the actual author and chef of the cookbook. So
And
that has been great.
and cooking is like the big thing now. I mean, that's like big entertainment now. People just love to watch people cook and to watch people actually create something. And it's one thing, you're right, to see it in a cookbook, but to actually see that chef in action and put all of that together is just something totally different. And it's amazing how many cooking shows there are now, how many YouTube channels are dedicated to cooking. And then you also have a cooking demo that you do on your page.
Yes, I actually have a Facebook group called Chef Diana's Kitchen. It's a new Facebook group. We're just getting started. I'm just getting new members in it, and I'm trying to feel my way around the group. But in the next year coming up in 2018, you're going to see me a lot in the Facebook group. I'm going to be giving lots of cooking tips and lots of live cooking demos, just to give the people who are interested in knowing more about who Chef Diana Riley is and what's in her cookbook and what she knows. Because it's not just about cooking, it's not just the actual art and science to cooking. That's the title of my book, Cooking on Purpose, because we all cook because we need to eat, right? We got to feed
Right.
our family, we got to feed ourselves. That's one of the things, the basic life necessity is to eat.
Right.
So without, eating and put that aside, cooking doesn't have to be a chore. Cooking doesn't have to be something that you have to do and you dread. Oh, I gotta cook, I gotta feed my family. But there should be a purpose in cooking, because when you cook to feed your family, it's something about that enjoyment that you get from knowing that your family is going to be satisfied with something that you created.
Right.
It's for entertainment. Cooking is for entertainment also. Cooking can be used as a tool, like a creative tool, just to enjoy on an outing.
Right.
Thus, I do cooking classes, and you not just my cooking classes, but you can find cooking classes at other companies also, because it's a great interactive tool for bonding, for building, relationships. So it's just not just about feeding your bodies because you have to.
Right. And I think that's the great thing, is that cooking is a necessity. You do have to feed your family. So if you're going to do that, why not make it fun? Why not create dishes that you know that your family is going to enjoy?
Right. Right. Not only that, growing up, and I miss it, when I was a child growing up, I miss it now, but when I actually was doing it as a young child, cutting onions for your mom, with the tears rolling, falling down your eyes, and you was like just waiting for it to be over with and hoping your mama didn't ask you to cut anything else, but at the time it was something that I really didn't look at it, as something that I would actually like. And I miss it now because we are, we're busy. I'm
Yes.
not the only busy family. There are other busy families. There are other working moms, busy moms, even stay at home moms. They're busy, they're tired. And it's not really something that you think of as fun, but you can make it fun if you get your family involved. Like if you give your
Yes.
child something to do. And I'm saying that, but a lot of times we're scared, because I'm scared to give my children something to do in the kitchen too. So, it's not easy. It's not
Right.
easy to say,
Especially if you're
but my
giving
mom
a
thought
baby
it
a
was
knife. You're
easy.
like, oh,
Mom would
goodness.
have.
No, I totally understand. But I do know that I know a lot of times I like to cook Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas dinner, and the kids are always saying, can I help? What can I do? And so when you give them a little responsibility in the kitchen, it kind of keeps them quiet, and you can concentrate on the bigger things, and then they feel like they're contributing.
Yeah. Yeah. My daughter loves to bake, my 5-year-old. So she would, like, if I say I'm about to bake some brownies, like, it's not going to happen without her. She wants to, crack open the egg. She wants to mix. She wants to put it in the oven, so
Right.
that's.
Yes, yes. I understand that. Um, Now tell me something though. When you let the kids into the kitchen, and you have 5 babies, is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
2 of them are older, 3 of them are younger.
Okay, so now when you bring the babies into the kitchen and they want to help, do they ever make a mistake, and do you work around it? Do you start all over again? What do you do when they make a mistake? Let's say they're
Okay.
putting too much pepper in the food or something like that.
First of all, Rhonda, I'm not going to give them something that I know that they're going to mess up, especially if that's the dish. I'm not going to cook anything else. Like, they can't mess it up. So if I know they're going to mess it up, they can't mess with it. A lot of times they get to watch me, So, but when we're doing baking, such as like my daughter likes to crack eggs or whatever. Now I'll give them something like crack the eggs, open
Yes.
this for me, pour this, or just watch. But like I said, when it's dinner, no room for mistakes, because I'm about to cook something else.
I got you. I got you. So let's talk about this book. What's the name of the book?
The book is Cooking on Purpose: Life Lessons Learned from the Kitchen.
Yeah, and one thing I really enjoyed about your book is the fact that it's not just recipes in the book. You actually are talking about life lessons learned in the kitchen, and you connect each life lesson with a recipe in the book.
Right. Each set of recipes dedicated to the first chapter is chapter one, Mama's Kitchen. And that theme that I have goes, the recipe goes within Mama Kitchens because I have a lot of recipes tied to that chapter. I grew up cooking, or that I grew up, watching my mama and my grandma in the kitchen cooking. Culinary school classics, those theme recipes are recipes that I was taught in culinary school. So each chapter is paired with a theme. The last chapter is where I say about time. Everything takes time. It takes
Yes.
time. So that last chapter is dedicated to the steps in the entrepreneur journey and the recipe for success that I gathered from personal experience that another entrepreneur or aspiring chef or anyone that's on a journey to become, this entrepreneur or a chef and don't eat, or anyone that don't know, what's my next step, what's my next direction. I
Right.
let you know what I went through my journey and give some steps, a recipe with instructions, and I titled the last set of recipes, It Takes Time, because nothing is going to happen right away.
You're right about that. You are right about that. And just being a chef is not going to happen overnight. Being a professional chef like you are, it's not going to happen overnight. So
Yes, yes,
I commend you
yes.
because you're doing like 2 or 3 different journeys all at one time.
Right, right. And it's funny that we're on that topic when I say it takes time and you say that being a chef is not going to happen overnight. And when I put a play on words, time in my cookbook to the recipe is THYME,
Okay.
because the recipe all uses thyme. Thyme is an herb that you use to cook in poultry. So I I put that play on word to make the recipe suitable for that ingredient. But it's funny that you say that because I actually graduated culinary school in 2010, and I
Okay.
actually just came into my own and had this journey of self-discovery, and my cookbook was kind of for me because I've never called myself a chef when I graduated in 2010. Started using the word chef as a title for myself recently when I did the cookbook.
Well, so what made you feel that you were ready to take on the title chef?
That's a good question because I feel like I'm never ready to take on the title as chef because truth be told, the industry is always changing, it's always evolving, and
Yes.
I'm always learning. There's new trends, there's always something new to learn in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And I have the education and the experience to back myself up to call myself chef, but
Yep.
it's scary when you put yourself out there as chef because chef is this big title, right?
Yes.
And everybody is a chef, or everybody who cooks and their mama cooks and they have these cooking videos is a chef. So it's like, oh, wait a minute, but I don't want to be categorized because I never want to be put in a box, and I create
Yes.
my own lane and my own path and do my own thing according to the purpose and the calling that is with me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like a scary thing because I've asked this question before, like, what do people think of when they think of the name chef?
Mm-hmm.
A couple of people said man, and which
Yes.
is true. A lot of people think it's man.
Yes. I hear you.
so, so,
Well, that's a good question. Do
yeah,
you
and
feel
it's,
that a lot? Like
yeah.
where when you say chef, people are expecting a man, or they're thinking that you should be on the level as a man. How does that work for you?
Well, I always say that, when my mama and my grandma, and still to this day, they have other moms and other grandmas cooking in the kitchen. And it started with us in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And now as progression has happened in in the industry, of course it's a legitimate title to be called because otherwise we wouldn't have culinary school and you wouldn't have a degree for it, right?
Right.
But it started with us. It started with, mamas, grandmas in the kitchen. That was our role. And now it's this thing where it has just excel to where it's beyond, just mamas and grandmas in the kitchen. And
Yes.
it seems like man has stepped into the role and taken it on as something that it is, what's the word? It's something that is acceptable,
Hmm. Yeah, I see where you're going with it. Yeah, people, you even see it now on the cooking shows like Master Chef, Hell's Kitchen. I just named two Gordon Ramsay
Hmm.
shows, didn't I? But you know what I mean, though. I mean, it's a lot of
Yeah,
men in these shows, and you're expecting the men to do well, and then when a woman comes up, you don't think she's going to do as well. So I see where you're coming from. So you're kind of feeling like you're reclaiming the title, so to speak.
right. And there are um a lot. There are quite a few women, female chefs in the industry. I speak at different schools, different high schools, and I speak to aspiring culinary students, and I speak to schools who have Pro Start programs. The last speaking engagement I did, I asked the students, can they name me a famous female chef? And it's so funny. It's so funny because one of the students said Betty Crocker, and I was like,
Wow.
Betty Crocker?
Well, what about
Wait,
Cat
hold on.
Dora,
Wait a
Rachel
minute.
Ray?
That's fictional. She's not even real. That's a brand,
Oh
you
my
know.
goodness.
And, and it was so hard for them to name. And then they had a picture because they had their phones, and one of them showed me a picture of Chef Carla Hall from the Chew. I was like, oh yeah, Chef Carla, she's on the Chew. But
Yes.
it's crazy because they can name a male chef like right off the back. Chef John Foss, Chef John Best, they Chef Robert Irvine. They can name these chefs right off the back. There's a female chef who I came to meet. She was a runner up on Top Chef, and I met her at Nichols
Mm.
through the Culinary Empowered Women Chef
Yes.
series. She actually has a restaurant in New Orleans, and it's crazy because you don't really know or hear about her, and it's a shame because she was a runner up on Top Chef.
Wow. And you're right.
And her restaurant is in New Orleans.
Oh, we need to support her. Who is she?
Yes,
Which
she
restaurant?
is Chef Nina Compton.
Okay, I don't know Chef Nina Compton, but I should. I'm gonna go have to eat there. I'm going to find
Yeah,
her restaurant. What's the name of the restaurant?
I think it's Le Compere. I'm not sure. I'm
La
not sure
Compere?
the actual name. I may be saying it wrong. But you can Google her, Chef Nina Compton, and you'll find her.
I think I've been to that restaurant. You said La Compere?
Yes,
I believe I've been to that restaurant.
yeah. She has a rabbit logo.
Yes. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember when, but I've been to that restaurant. Okay,
Yes, she was Top Chef runner-up one season. I think it was season. No, I'm not going to say what season because I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Oh, but I'm just happy to know that I have supported her restaurant. I remember that restaurant because I remember looking
Yes.
at the name. And in fact, wait, I think I know. I've been to that restaurant.
Mhm.
It's the food's really good there.
Yes.
I went to a networking event there, and they had all of these finger foods
Yes.
that they were carrying around, and the food was really good. I actually
Mhm.
took a picture of the menu and sent it to my cousin. Yes.
Yeah, she has Caribbean cuisine
Yes,
there.
exactly. Yeah, her food is really
Yes.
good. Okay, so when you come to New Orleans, we're gonna go to her restaurant.
Yes, yes. That's one of the stops I need to go. I need to visit her.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew the name sounded familiar. I just had to run it back in my mind. Yes, y'all go and visit La Compere. It's not exactly in the French Quarter, but it is in the CBD in the Central Business District. I know
Yeah, I think it
exactly.
may be connected to a hotel.
It could be. When I walked in, I just walked in through the door to the restaurant. I didn't go through a hotel, so I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, I do know the food was really
Yes.
good there. So now I'm happy
Yes.
that I supported. Okay, so we do have a few minutes left in your interview, so I really want to get back. I know you have some things coming up. You're going to be doing a kind of almost a slumber party type event.
Yes, I was invited by the veteran woman Ariel. And Ariel has a veteran slumber story for female women veterans.
Yes.
And so I will be there. And one of the days I will be doing a cooking demo as part of the retreat.
Now that's awesome. I think we actually have a flyer somewhere. Hopefully our producer can
Yes.
find it and bring it to the screen. But I think that sounds awesome. So it's basically a lot of female veterans who are going to be getting together for a weekend, and they're going to be networking and sharing with each other, and you're going to be doing a
Yes.
live cooking demonstration.
Yes, one of the days I will be doing a live cooking demo. And y'all, if you know any female veterans who are aspiring entrepreneurs, or just a female veteran who just want to just be surrounded by like-minded individuals for encouragement, motivation, inspiration, please share this with them, because for $45 you get that weekend retreat, all inclusive. Like,
Oh,
there's nothing you have to come out of pocket for, except if
what?
you want to have shopping funds. It's only $45, and right now I think
Nice.
if you search the veteran woman on Facebook, I think she's doing a contest where she's going to give one spot away for free, and it's not many spots open, so check that out.
Yes, definitely. I mean, so all you basically have to pay for outside of the $45 is your transportation there.
Yes,
Oh, that's
yes.
awesome. And where is this going to be?
In Manhattan, Kansas.
Okay. Manhattan,
Yes.
Kansas. Never been there. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Me either.
And what are the dates again? Let's see. Terry, can you find the flyer?
Jan-
Let's see. I want
yes,
to
the
bring
dates
Jerry.
are January 12th, 13th, 14th is the last day,
Okay. So,
which I will be out of there by the 14th, because that's my Brooklyn's birthday, January 14th. So I will be gone by the time that comes.
okay. Awesome. Okay. There's the flyer. If we can go ahead and bring that one up. There it is, right there. The Veteran Women Network. And so you have the information there. This sounds like an event that we need to support. So I will be sharing this to the Meet the World Image Solutions Facebook page, not only to support you, but also to support this awesome cause. I mean, this is great. $45 all inclusive. You get a cooking demo, and I'm sure you're going to be having your books there as well.
Yes, yes,
That's
yes. So I will
awesome.
participate in, like, I know we talked about it earlier about all these things that I'm doing. So I just want to share, like, I don't know, I can't really say off the top of my head everything that I got going on. I have two different calendars, and it's crazy because, like, the first quarter, just about the first quarter, I have dates already filled with things that I will be
Wow.
doing. So if you're not on my calendar, you need to, call me up, message me, or whatever, if you're thinking about booking a cooking demo or a speaking engagement, because the first quarter of my calendar for 2018 is already filled out. I'm doing your event, the
February
Black
23rd
History
through the
Literary event,
24th.
again in February.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then I've partnered with I guess it's a nonprofit. I'm not sure, but I partner with an organization in Baton Rouge where I will be mentoring students once a week, and we will be talking about cooking and culinary, trying to get their
Wonderful.
minds to where we can figure out, what they want to do and what it's all about, just to inspire the young minds with different avenues and different careers. I am also going speaking engagement for a high school here in my area, where I will be part of the career, and I'll be speaking to some students. Then what else do I have going on? Oh my gosh.
Oh, I know
Um,
that you are killing it.
yes, and it's great. I love it because my purpose is, I just want to teach and educate other students and other aspiring culinary arts students about the industry. And it's crazy because it's a hard industry. It's definitely a hard industry. It's not anything easy. And because I'm a mom and I have children,
Hmm.
that's the path that I walk. That was my journey. But if you're young, you don't have to take my journey. You can
Yes.
have that direction and you can go to where you go, because the culinary industry is like endless opportunities. There's so many things you can do. I chose the entrepreneurial route because of me being a mom and having a family and a wife, and
Yes.
and so it was easy for me to adjust my schedule around my family if I can control my schedule. So it's a lot of rewards in the field. So I try to encourage the students about that.
And I think you're also encouraging to spouses, because I know you are a veteran, but your husband is actually still in the military, and that you
Yes,
have five children. So and you're
yes,
still taking time to be with your family. I know that your husband goes with you to a lot of your events, so which is a
yeah,
big support. So I think that
yeah,
that's actually even more
hmm,
compelling, is that you're able to manage this business, this empire that you're building, but at the same time, you're
hmm,
still being a mother and a wife to your family, which
yes,
is beautiful. And it
yeah.
shows that
That
you can
is
actually do it all.
that is my that is my first calling. That is my first calling, my first priority, and my purpose is around that. And I adjust. It's not easy, but I adjust. I pray a lot, and that helps me. So I have a an active prayer life. My
Yes.
husband, like you said, he's very supportive. My children are interested. Mama, you got a catering job? Mama, you going cater? Mama, you going to,
Yes.
so they're
Awesome.
very interested. And so it's easy for me. It's easy for me because I love it and it doesn't seem like work. I had a corporate catering delivery 2 days ago to a corporate office, and I came back from the delivery and it was like, oh, wait, was that work? Like, it just didn't feel like work to me.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. When you're doing what you enjoy, it doesn't feel like work. When you are living in your calling,
Yes,
it doesn't feel
yes,
like
it's a
work.
blessing.
Wonderful. Well,
Yes.
unfortunately, that's the end of the interview. So take these last few seconds. Let people know where they can find your book.
Okay, my books are sold. Barnes and Noble, iTunes, on iBooks. Also, my website, www.bit.ly// Diana Riley.
Okay. I think we're having a
And
little
I'm
bit
spell
of a
EIL
sound
slash.
issue. Can you hear me, Diana?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm about to say we had a little bit of a sound issue. So if you didn't catch her website, we will be posting it to the Meet the World Image Solutions Facebook page immediately after the show. But what she said was you can find her book on her website as well as on Amazon. Is that correct?
Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Books a Million, iBooks on iTunes, Between the Lines Bookstore with Kim Knight. And right now, if you go to my website, I have a coupon code where you can use holiday and get 20% off.
Wonderful. And don't forget, you can also get her book and get it signed when you come to the Black History Month New
Yes.
Orleans Literary Weekend on February 23rd and 24th. So we cannot wait to see you there.
Yes, I'm excited.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Diana, for joining us once again. It's good to have you back on the show. And I hope that you will
Thank
come
you,
back to visit
Rhonda.
us anytime you like.
Thank you so much, Rhonda. Thank you for all you do, giving authors, literary enthusiasts this platform to appreciate. I really appreciate, this platform for us to speak out so people can know more about us. So thank you.
And thank you. You have a wonderful night.
You too.
Thank you. Now we will be right back with author Brianna Johnson. I know she cannot wait to meet everybody, so stay right there and learn more about this literary newcomer who is taking the mystery world by storm. We'll be right back.
Are you a member of Bedside Baptist? Well, now you can join Bethesda House of Prayer every Sunday for our live broadcast. It starts at approximately 9:45 every Sunday morning. Just go to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com and click play. We can't wait for you to join us from your home. And don't forget, if you want to join us live and in person, service starts for 9 a.m. and we are located at 7601 West Lake Expressway, Marrero, Louisiana, 70072, Suite C.
Are you looking for a home to live stream your next event? Give us a call here at Bethesda Community Event Center, the only place on the Gulf Coast that can host and broadcast live your wedding reception, your baby shower, business seminar, and any other special event. Give us a call at 504-708-9454 for more details.
Join in on Mondays from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. for Breaking the Silence with Dr. Patricia Fry. There are no limitations or boundaries. We talk about life, and guess what? That includes you. So download the app today, New Orleans Talk Network, and subscribe on YouTube. That's every Monday, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. New Orleans Talk Network, Breaking the Silence with Dr. Patricia Fry.
What is New Orleans Talk Network? It's today's hottest topics with an added flair. You get ready because the conversation will be hot and better yet, mobile. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app available on Android, iPhone, iPad, and you can listen to us on the web at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com. Write down our talk line at 504-341-TALK. That's 504-341-8255. Interactive and worldwide. That's what we are. Join in on the real conversation and tell a friend about the New Orleans Talk Network.
And we are back. And as promised, we have this literary newcomer. I love saying that because it is so important for us to celebrate and to support our new authors. And a lot of times, we want to go to the authors who are already established. There's nothing wrong with them. I mean, some of my favorite authors are established authors. But in order for our newcomers to become established authors, it is very important that we support them, that we encourage them, that we buy their books, and then give them some feedback, give them some reviews. They need that. And so I have one of these wonderful new authors on the line with us right now. I have Miss Brianna Johnson. Are you here? Hey, Brianna. How you doing, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I see you've been all excited about everything. You done got your makeup done, and you've been popping us up on Facebook. I'm not mad at you. Looking good, girl.
Thank you.
So, talk to me. How did you decide to get into this crazy literary world?
It's a little bit crazy. So one day I was always, an avid reader. I love to read. I would read them, 3 or 4 books a week. And I got to a point where I couldn't find a good book to read. And my fiance, he said, why don't you just write your own? And I said, so I sat down and I wrote my book, and now it's framed. And so it's where I am now. And I look back and I'm like, man, look at where
your subject matter.
Well, I actually had a dream one night, and it came to me in pieces. And so what I did is I kind of just pushed the pieces together, and then Framed was born. And so once I put those pieces together, my dream, as I was writing, it kind of just came to me.
Okay. Now, were you ever a writer before? I mean, like in school, did you write short stories and poems?
That's what's funny is I never liked writing in school. I love to read, but I didn't like writing. And it's weird now because now that's all I ever want to do is write. So I look back at it now and I'm like, just because you don't like writing now, like that's what I tell my kids, just because you don't like it now, in the future you might. So
there you go. There you go. Now, our last guest, Diana Riley, she is an Army vet and she's also an Army wife. Are you connected with the military in any kind of way?
I'm not. No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going to have a little family connection here or something. Okay, no problem. So then that brings me to my next question is, how did you run into Miss J.S. Mara?
Oh man, so that was by chance. Like, I didn't even plan to publish my book Framed when I got done with it. And I was selling my youngest daughter's baby clothes one day, and I ran across this girl who wanted them, and I was going to donate them to her. And she said, you're not responding back. And I said, yeah, I'm actually writing a book. And I said, so my mind got sidetracked. She said, oh, so you're author? I said, no, I'm kind of trying to be one. She said, well, let me get you in touch with my cousin. And her cousin was author Cedric Lewis. Shout out. And so he said, well, I know the perfect person to publish you. She's just getting started. She's a great person. And he got me in touch with Sharona or J.S. Mara. And from there, we just hit it off from that instant. And ever since then, we've been on a roll. So it's been a great process.
I see that. I mean, you have been on a roll. You have a brand new book coming out in January?
Yes, I'm so excited. Frame 2 will be here January 1st. And
we do have your trailer that we are going to play a little bit later in the show.
Oh, I love the author. He's actually an author and a graphic designer. His name is Navy Robbins.
Okay.
And he does some amazing work. And he did that trailer, and he's brilliant. He's great.
Yes, I can tell. I mean, that trailer looks like we're about to watch a trailer for a movie.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, boom, it's a book.
To go for it. And the response that I got back from it was everybody said, when is the movie coming? And I'm like, it's not a movie, it's a book. It should be a movie, but you know.
But nothing wrong with that. It is a good thing. When you can get people that excited about reading a book, you're doing something right.
Yeah.
So congratulations on that.
Thank you very much.
So tell me, what is your writing process? How do you find your characters?
When I character build, it's more of, I think about what I would like to have as a reader in my book. And I'm such a bubbly person, so it's hard for me to write a mean person. So I have to literally get in that mood to write that angry character. But I look for, there's got to be a bubbly and fun person in a book. Like, you got to have somebody that's outgoing, fun, and a bubble. And then you've got to have somebody that's serious, because if you don't have somebody that's serious, you're going to be in trouble. And then you have to have, I build it that way. What I would look for in a book to read myself.
And that's the way to do it. Think about yourself as a reader. And I think sometimes as authors, we want to write what we think is going to be cool, and we forget the reader's point of view sometimes. So when you think about your characters from that reader's point of view, it does help you. I mean, you still need to maintain your integrity as an author, but at the same time, think about what it is that your readers like and then move from there. I think that's a great way to approach it. Hello, you there?
Oh, I think I lost you. Are you there?
Oh, okay. Are you there now?
Yeah, I'm here now.
Okay, awesome. So I think we have your trailer ready to roll.
Okay.
So we're going to show it real quick.
Oh, I'm excited. Yay.
What's the nature of your emergency?
I love that trailer. I mean, if that doesn't get people excited about reading that book, I don't know what will.
Oh man, he did such an amazing job.
Yes, but you know what? You gave him the material to build from. This is your work as well. So I'm glad you're patting him on the back, but pat yourself on the back as well, because you're the one who wrote that intriguing story.
Yeah, it was, when my goal as a writer is I sit down and I want to write the unexpected. I want to write a book that has not been read before. I want to twist in to make you unexpect what's going to happen. Yes. So that was my goal, and I believe I achieved it with these 2 books.
So I know we talked about the books in general, but give me the basic storyline. We have Framed 1 and we have Framed 2. So let's talk about Framed 1 first.
Okay, so basically it's about a guy named Michael, and so he gets framed for a crime he didn't commit, and he goes to jail, and when he gets out, he's on a goal or on a mission to find out who the person that actually committed the crime is. He teams up with a local lawyer. It gets crazy. So they're on a mission to clear his name. And in book 2, it kind of continues a little bit, and it goes into, it's about a girl who gets framed for a murder that she didn't commit. And she seeks out Michael for help. And it falls into place, and it's really twisted. Both of them have a lot of action in them. They're really suspenseful. And a lot of my people my readers who have been following me, they've given me great reviews, and they said that, they're on the edge of their seat the whole time. And it makes me happy to know that I'm reaching my goal.
So would you consider this a crime novel, a mystery novel? Because I've been kind of calling you both.
Yeah, I kind of call it both. I guess we're calling it a mystery suspense, with crime, and every book has romance in it, so it does have romance in there. And a good book always has romance, right?
A little bit of love. You got to keep the story going,
Yeah, you got to keep it going.
Well, I want to congratulate you. I mean, you did something that a lot of new authors don't do. Sometimes a new author might want to write a book about themselves, or if they write fiction, then they want to base it on their life, so to speak. And it sounds like you went totally different, a book totally from your imagination. So I want to congratulate you on that, because that's not something that a lot of first-time authors are able to do.
Yeah, thank you very, very much. I actually plan in the future to continue writing, and I want to explore all genres. I want to go into a little bit of everything, and I'm not going to stop here. So eventually I'll be back on your show eventually.
Hey, you can come back here anytime you want, girl.
Thank you. It's been awesome. I was so nervous, but I'm so excited to be here and grateful, and to have you allow me on your show is awesome.
Oh, this is what I do. I'm all about supporting people. I mean, love me or hate me, you can never deny that I'm always going to be about supporting folks. Yeah. And I love, like I said earlier in the show, I love being able to support first-time authors, because we cannot expect you to become million book series, or where, how you'll see some people like John Grisham. I mean, he has a commercial for his book now. John Grisham, even Eric Jerome Dickey. I mean, you can't get to those statuses unless we support our new authors when they're still new. We can't expect them to say, well, I'm not going to support them until they sell 100,000 books. But yet you're not buying the books, so they can't sell 100,000, can they?
Yeah. It's one of those things where you have to support your newcomers, because they can't get there overnight.
Exactly. So, and then it sounds also, the other good thing is that you're doing it and staying true to yourself. And I want to encourage you to continue to do that. Write great stories and always stay true to yourself, because sometimes, because we want the sales, we wind up trying to write what we think is hot at the time. And if that's not what's in your heart, then you're not going to be successful at writing something. Like, for instance, I'm a fiction writer, but I'm not a street fiction writer. I'm not an erotica writer. If I tried to write that, I think people would see right through it. I mean, I might have a little bit of a touch of that in my books, but I can't write a straight erotica book or a straight street fiction book, just because that's just not the type of books that I write. I could try to write a mystery book, but I don't know if I have that imagination. I might have to leave that up to you.
Yeah, I definitely want to venture out and go into other genres. I'm like you, though. There are some genres that I will never be able to get into because it's just not who I am. And I feel like my readers would not be for it at all. And that's one thing. I want to appeal to my readers, but I also want to stay true to who I am.
Right. Protect your brand. And perfect example is Brian McKnight. We all know him as kind of that love songwriter, almost that crooner. And then one day this video popped up on Facebook. This was years ago, of him singing a song that was not exactly Brian McKnight's style. And you could see the comments underneath saying, please do not release this song. This is not you. This is not what we come to expect of Brian McKnight. Don't go with this. I mean, this is going to be so bad for your brand. And these were fans who were saying this because they were used to him being a certain type of singer. And so, I mean, that's something that we have to take into consideration. It doesn't mean that you paint yourself into a box, but sometimes you have to move kind of slowly in certain directions. Just something that's so the your audience cannot feel like you've abandoned them and tried to go find someone else, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly.
So keep doing what you're doing, lady. Keep doing what you're doing. I mean, I know you're excited, being a first-time author. Are you getting out there? Are you able to do any book signings, any traveling?
I do. I'm in South Carolina right now, but I venture to North Carolina, Virginia, Georgia. I'm trying to venture out a little bit more. I do book signings constantly. I'm at vendor events, fairs. I try to get my name out there as much as I can. Social media has been a big help. My local town has been amazing. And eventually I want to go as far as I can. My goal is to go as big as I can, but stay small town at heart. So that's what I tell all my fans. I'll be big one day, but I'll always be small town at heart.
I love that. So what is your next event? What do you have going on next?
So January 6th, I've actually been speaking to a coffee house because my book Frame 2 comes out January 1st. Mm-hmm. So that following Saturday in my local town, I'm hoping to be able to reach out to them and get my book signing event at their shop. And then I also have January 27th, I have a book signing event at a hair salon.
Hey, hair salons are good places to sell books. People are always looking for something to read while they're getting their hair done.
They are so supportive, though. They're doing flyers and banners, and I mean, I'm so excited to sit and talk with these ladies.
Oh, that's awesome. Are you going to be getting out of the area anytime soon?
Yeah, I plan. I want to go in February up to Virginia to where I was born, and then I want to try to travel down to Georgia and even go to Florida and see what I can find down there. So. And then eventually I want to head out to the west a little bit because I want to venture that way.
Well, don't forget about coming to New Orleans, girl. We like a little crime mystery over here too.
I'll have to do that because I know I see you whenever you do your live videos. I'm always looking in the background. I'm like, ooh, what they got going on? So yeah, I'll have to do that because it looks so beautiful. So I'm going to end up dragging one of my best friends and drag her out there with me.
Okay, you just let me know when and we can work some things out for you because we would love to interview you here on Horizons in person.
Ooh, I would love that. Oh, wow. That would be awesome.
Yeah, because, we don't just do the Google Hangout interviews. Many times we have authors come into the studio, and it's so fun. It's such a different vibe when we have authors in the studio. And if you watch next week, we will have an author in the studio next week. She's actually a doctor, a naturopath doctor. So
wow.
I hope I'm saying that correctly. If you're watching,
yeah, I've been watching your show like every week. I usually try to jump on there and watch it because I usually find something exciting or a new book to read. So
that's what I'm talking about. I think I have a loyal fan. Yes.
Yay!
Okay, well, so yeah, make sure you tune in next week, and make sure you turn in next week when we have 2 more authors who I am really looking forward to having on the show. As I mentioned, there will be some in-studio interviews going on. We have some great authors and demonstrations, because I'm really looking forward to Dr. Trisha coming on the show, because she's all about natural healing. We don't always have to take all of these medicines in, and she's going to talk to us about some ways where you can take care of yourself naturally. So I'm looking forward to that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. I love it. And then don't forget, we have one slot available for the Black History Month Literary Weekend. We're going to have 8 authors. We have 7 who are confirmed right now, but I would love it if we could have that 8th slot be filled by a male author. So if you are a male author, or you know a male author who would like to participate in the Black History Month New Orleans Literary Weekend, this is going to be a weekend you're not going to forget. We have essay contests. We have live stage plays. We have a literary jazz brunch. I mean, we're going to go out and talk to some of the kids. We're actually going to talk to some of the students from Orleans Parish School Board. So there's so much going on that weekend, and we really would love for you to be a part of it. So if you are a male author out there, get in touch with me so you can be a part of the New Orleans Black History Month Literary Weekend. Also, if you have not finished your Christmas shopping, if there are some things out there that you still need to get, we still have these awesome t-shirts. I don't know if everybody can see the t-shirt. These t-shirts, these are our Literary Pride t-shirts. This specific one says, "Thank you for your sacrifice." But we also have a reading woman is a strong woman. We have a reading man is a strong man. And we also have the natural reader for us natural girls who love to read, kind of like me. So we have those, and we're running a special to where you can get this t-shirt as well as a book, the Color of Strength Anthology, for only $30. That's right, you'll get the t-shirt and the book for $30. This is a great last-minute Christmas gift. So get on there and contact me for more information, or go to the Meet the World Image Solutions website or the Meet the World Image Solutions Facebook page for some more information. And guess what? We are already booked for January, February, and March. If you want to be on the show, you're going to have to come in April. I mean, that's how big this show is getting. I am so excited that this show is starting to grow in popularity. This show is not even 6 months old yet. We have not hit 6 months. Actually, I take that back. We have just barely hit 6 months. And so I want to thank all of you for helping this show to grow. We do have sponsorships coming up. If you would like to sponsor a show so we can help the show to continue to grow and expand, then contact me and get some more information about that. And lastly, we are 100, at least the last I checked, it might be different now, but we are 190 likes away from having 1,000 Facebook likes for the Meet the World Image Solutions Facebook page. So if you have not liked the page yet, go to the page, like the page, share it with a friend, and there's the Facebook page right there. We also have LinkedIn, we have Twitter, we have Instagram. We are all over your social media, and we will keep you up to date with every wonderful thing that goes on with Meet the World Image Solutions, and there are a lot of things going on. So that's all we have for tonight. I want to thank Diana Riley and Brianna Johnson. You still there, Brianna? Okay, I think Brianna's hung up now, but I want to thank both of them for joining us tonight. This has been a fun show. I hope you got a lot of information. Be sure you get out there and support these authors. Let's make our next superstars, and we have the power to do that by supporting them, by posting reviews, by telling other people about them. Let's get out there and support our authors and make them into the next celebrities. So that's all we have for this week. Thank you once again for joining us at Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. I am your hostess with the mostest, Dr. Rhonda M Lawson, and you have a beautiful week. Have a blessed Christmas. This is the last show before Christmas. So have a blessed Christmas, and I will see you on December 27th. You all have a great night. Bye-bye.
What's
What's up, readers and shakers? It's your girl, Rhonda M Lawson, sending you a personal invite to the Literary Lounge. Tune in to Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions each Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for the best in literary conversation. Each week, a different author will join us to talk to their most important readers, you. You can also call in to ask your own questions. So don't forget, each Wednesday at 7 p.m., join us in the lounge for Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. See you there.
Hi, I'm Linda Lewis with Lewis Armstrong Family Services here live at New Orleans Talk Network. We're here every Thursday at 11 a.m. Come join us. Thank you.